Okay, Friday the 15th. I'm just doing a very quick one because I wasn't going to do one at all. It's hot out, it's beautiful, I want to enjoy my walk. Don't want to keep repeating the same things over and over again. But I wanted to point out Ryan from last American Vagabond, the show that he did last night, and highly recommend that people watch it. He broke down various aspects of the people that are running this vaccine agenda and showed the tie-ins between those involved now and those involved in the Anthrax 2001 scare. And I don't mean the similarities just of what's going on. I'm talking about the actual people, the actual companies that were running that scam then being in charge now of the solution that they're trying to bring in, the agenda. And if you sit down and connect those dots, I think it will give you a much broader picture as to what's going on here now, along with some enlightenment on how they do things and how often they repeat the same thing, say the same thing, like dark winter, same term they were throwing around back then. It's all the same shit, you know, just being implemented now in front of our faces. And the other part I wanted to bring up on that show is Ryan referred to a conversation he had with Whitney Webb yesterday about the hypothesis of hers, in which explaining the side that Ryan was talking about yesterday, which connects back into the Project for New American Century and all the same damn people, DARPA and, you know, all the military complexes and corporations contracted out. Lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me in a minute. Oh, got it. That side of it that's kind of being more downplayed, but actually being implemented in places and of this discussion. I'm not going to say implemented in the law yet, but these are the people that are trying to bring these things in and work on these solutions that they want to offer, while they also peddle the Bill Gates aspect to people, which of course, you know, lots of people can see through the software peddling geek and realize what the hell's he doing in charge of world health, him and his idiotic wife with an upside down cross. Because in the end, you know, they were hypothesizing, more I think Whitney was, so was Ryan, that we're looking at a war between factions for control over this vaccine. And I appreciate that conclusion. I have also a theory of my own that I would throw out there. Knowing the way this cult operates, it's one unit. And publicly, they usually have a good cop and a bad cop, or a distraction, while in the background the real aspects are going on. And I would say this is no different. I would say it's a public display of Bill Gates and the initiation of the reaction of, no, we're not having that guy in charge of, but then we'll accept the next offer that they give, which is actually those involved on these DARPA aspects of vaccines and technological aspects as well in those needles, which connect all the way back to the anthrax scare of 2001, not just in similarity between Dark Winter and various aspects of what they're saying, but the fucking people saying it now, the same people saying it then. You know, we're not talking about ancient history here. It's 19 years ago, 18 and a half years ago. All the same people who, of course, if you remember that, was determined to be a hoax. It was determined to have originated in the United States, was responsible for all kind of vaccines shot into the arms of military men and women, and it went away. No one held responsible. No one, well, there was one guy framed, and I can't think of his name. Ryan actually did go into it last night, not dismissing his actions and involvement, but they did have a patsy who committed suicide. But I would suggest, please, to watch that show. Go back. I'm going to post it with this. It's last night's Ryan's Daily Wrap-Up, Last American Vagabond. put it together. Ryan is a really, really good researcher. He's an unbiased researcher. He's a detailed researcher. And he's, again, like Max, he's one of my favorite people on the internet. And I have favorite people. I have a group of favorite people that I like to watch on the internet that have not only gained credibility in my eyes, trust everything everybody says or agree with everything everybody says, but the information put forth is thought-provoking and detail-oriented, so that if you are struggling with some of this and PNAC connections and overall holistic views and the pattern recognition of the same thing going on over and over again, Ryan's really good at breaking that down. He's very detail-oriented. So I'm going to attach it with this, and I'm going to leave it there. I know it's a short video, but it's hot. It's beautiful. I want to take my walk. And I don't want to really drone on about the same things over and over and over again. Although it does need to be done. I'm going to leave it there for now, and get checking out that video. Love you guys. Get learning, get what? Get learning, get speaking, get watching too.